Hi guys, so good evening and welcome back to my magical world. I am Frostbite, and if you're new to my channel, I am just reading here, so a book, and yeah, I do, what do you call this? This is like a, paano ba? Paano ko ba sabihin? I'm really tired, guys. So, um, isipin nyo na lang ano ko to. Like a diary. Something like that, guys. Okay? So, wag na tayong pa magulo, guys. Okay? So, I have a lot of things. I am thinking a lot of things. Okay? So, I hope lahat ng friends ko are doing just fine with their lives. Because, it's not really easy, like, living life when you're adult. Okay? But it's easy sometimes. But, they're just like external factors that are, um, happening around us that is inevitable, and we can't just do anything about it because it's not our life, it's not our path. Yeah. So, guys, if you have time pala, can you just like, pray for my father? So, his name is Carlito. So, yan. So, he's still back and forth. Wait, what do you call this? He's been changing from different hospitals. So, um, hospitalization is not an easy thing, like, even to talk about. But, yeah, just, extra prayers for my father. So, yun lang. Isa pa yun sa mga iniisip ko, kaya I'm also a bit groggy. Like, my mind and, like, my body still have things to do tomorrow. So, yun. By the way, it's 11:35. Ewan ko kung minention ko na. And it's August 2. It's a super moon. I believe it's, yeah. Not I believe, I know. Yeah, it's today, guys. So, kasi na natin to, guys. Kasi, I really wanted to rest. But, I still need to do this. Like, for you. And for myself also. Kasi, syempre, we are trying our best, diba? To finish our goal no matter what is going on. So, we're on to page 127 and 128 of the book Flow. Not surprisingly, some of his more enlightened contemporaries concluded that Democritus had a cheerful disposition and said that he called cheerfulness and often confidence that is a mind devoid of fear and the highest good. In other words, he enjoyed life because he had learned to control his consciousness. Democritus was neither the first nor the last thinker to be lost in the flow of the mind. Philosophers have frequently been regarded as being absent-minded, which of course means not that their minds were lost, but that they had temporarily turned out of everyday reality to dwell among the symbolic forms of their favorite domain of knowledge. When Kant supposedly placed his watch in a pot of boiling water while holding an egg in his hand to time its cooking, all his psychic energy was probably invested in bringing abstract thoughts into harmony, leaving no attention free to meet the incidental demands of the concrete world. The point is that playing with ideas is extremely exhilarating. Not only philosophy, but the emergence of new scientific ideas is fueled by the enjoyment they obtains from creating a new way to describe reality. The tools that make the flow of thought possible are common property and consist of the knowledge recorded in books available in schools and libraries. A person who becomes familiar with the conventions of poetry or the rules of calculus can subsequently grow independent of external stimulation. She can generate ordained trains of thought regardless of what is happening in external reality. When a person had learned a symbolic system well enough to use it, she has established a portable, self-contained world within the mind. Okay, so breathe in, breathe out, guys. Because I am a little bit feeling, agitated. I don't know. I'm sleepy, I am tired, and I still want to I still want to finish a lot of things. Actually, kanina guys, uh, tulog na ako. Like, patulog na talaga ako. And I remember, like, I am the only one here right now, in this location. So, wala akong kasama. So, I have to lock everything. So, yun, guys. Mag-lock na din kayo, guys. Kasi gabi na. Okay? So, nawala ako yung binabasa ko. Ginugulo niyo ako, guys. Saglit lang. Saglit. Okay, continue na tayo, ha? So, makinig na lang kayo muna, guys, sa akin. Ha? Okay, sometimes having control over such an internalized symbol system can save one's life. It has been claimed, for instance, that the reason there are more poets per capita in Iceland than in any other country of the world is that reciting the sagas became a way of the islanders to keep their consciousness ordered in an environment exceedingly hostile to human experience. So, guys, I really miss talking to people that are smarter than me. So, I am now in an environment where I think everything is right now is like temporary. So I just need to do this for like a few months, siguro. So, I don't know. We will see. Hindi pa natin like we can't tell the end result yet, but we're just doing what we can every day, 'di ba? Continue na, guys. Dami kong Trevor Lou. For centuries, the islanders have not only preserved in memory but also added new verses to the epics chronicling the deeds of their ancestors. Isolated in the freezing night, they used to chant their poems huddled around fires in precarious huts, while outside of the winds of the interminable Arctic winters howled. If the islanders had spent all those nights in silence listening to the mocking wind, their minds would have soon filled with dread and despair. By mastering the orderly cadence of meter and rhyme and encasing the events of their own lives in verbal images, they succeeded instead in taking control of their experiences. So in the face of chaotic snowstorms, they created songs with form and meaning. To what extent did the sagas help the islanders endure? Okay? Would they have survived without them? There is no way to answer these questions with certainty, but who would dare to try the experiment? Similar conditions hold true when individuals are suddenly wrenched from civilization and find themselves in those extreme situations we described earlier, such as concentration camps or polar expeditions. Pagod ako, guys. Wait lang. So, saglit lang. Hindi muna tayo malalim kasi there are like billions of thoughts in my head. So, just so you know, like, miss ko na. Nakaka-miss din pala yung wala akong masyadong iniisip. Sabi ko na nga ba sabi ko sa inyo, magiging busy ako this half 6 months, the next, ano ba tawag dyan? Yung next na kalahati ng taon. Basta, alam nyo na yun. So, diba? Super ko ngayon. Nakakaloka, guys. So, whenever the outside world offers no mercy, an internal symbolic system that can become a salvation. Anyone in possession of portable rules for the mind has a great advantage. In conditions of extreme deprivation, poets, mathematicians, musicians, historians, and biblical experts have stood out as islands of sanity surrounded by the waves of chaos. So, may kukwento pala ako sa inyo, guys, ha? So, saglit lang. Later. So, to a certain extent, farmers who have know the life of the fields of lumber of, to a certain extent, farmers who know the life of the fields or lumbermen who understand the forest have a similar support system, but because their knowledge is less abstractly coded, they have more need to interact with the actual environment to be in control. Okay, so just, I have witnessed really, yung typical yung nakikita, guys. Make sure to uh, eat on places that are safe, that you know that there are, like, good people that are taking care of the food, um, and making sure that it's clean at all times, diba, before you eat it. Kasi I have witnessed, like, it's really a dirty thing to even I'll share to you guys. But yun. So, ang madugyot siya, guys. Basta yun, alam niyo yun, yung mga nagsisell ng mga madugyot na food. Dugyot na food. Kasi, dugyot talaga sila. So, they just are. So, you don't need, like, to explain, like, more. Basta, yun. So, be very careful, guys, ha? So, maraming, mga sakit-sakit. Tapos yung mag-E. coli ng, basta, alam nyo na yun, guys. Ayoko ngayon mag-explain kasi medyo pagod talaga ako, guys. So, but because their knowledge is abstractly coded, they have more need to interact with the actual environment to be in control. Okay, so let us hope none of us will be forced to call upon symbolic skills to survive concentration camps or Arctic ordeals. But having a portable set of rules that the mind can work with is of great benefit even in normal life. Okay, so people without an internalized symbolic system can all too easily become captives of the media. They are easily manipulated by demagogues, tama ba? Pacified by entertainers, and exploited by anyone who has something to sell. Yung pronunciation, just look it up, guys. Matalino na kayo ngayon. Everything is here. Everything is being handed to you. So, if I say something like, I didn't say it like the way that it's supposed to, double check nyo na lang, guys, ha? Kasi, today, really, really, if you have become dependent on television, on drugs, and on facile calls to political or religious salvation, it is because we have so little to fall back on, so few internal rules to keep our mind from being taken over by those who claim to have the answers. Without the capacity to provide its own information, the mind drifts into randomness. It is within each person's power to decide whether its order will be restored from outside in ways over which we have no control, or whether the order will be the result of an internal pattern that grows organically from our skills and knowledge. We have a subtopic here, the play of words. Okay, how does one start mastering a symbolic system? It depends, of course, on what domain of thoughts one is interested in exploring. We have seen that the most ancient and perhaps basic set of rules governs the usage of words. Yan. We're done, guys, ha? Sandali. Susulatan ko lang to kasi baka mauulit na naman. Okay? Ayan. So, okay na, guys. So, we're finished. We're done. Let's have a rest today. Thank you for listening, and thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation, and to all the people who are taking good care of me. Yan. Thank you, guys. So, hindi ko kaya ngayon mag-entertain like a lot of friends. Like, kasi, medyo piling up yung duties, responsibilities, so really hope and pray that all my friends are with good health and all of that. Pagod ako, guys. So, good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully with super energetic energy. Ano ba? Sige na, guys, bye bye.